You know, I'm here this afternoon with Erik Eccles, freshman to our board of directors, but he's the CEO and founder of Urban Door, a great tech passionate enthusiast. Erik, share with our friends a little bit more about yourself.
Totally. So I'm actually a serial entrepreneur, started a number of companies in both the consumer space, enterprise software space, and now the apartment world.
Yeah.
So very happy to be here today.
So tell me a little bit about the differences between, you talked about the apartment world and now the consumer space, and we keep talking in our world about the gig economy, sort of the independence. So how does that bleed?
Yeah, it's interesting. If you look at the consumer today, they want easy.
Yeah, of course.
So if you look at just kind of the emerging generations in business, we think it's important to bring that type of simplicity into an industry like mobility.
Yeah, and so how are you seeing its receptiveness in the marketplace? Or is the marketplace ready for this, or are you driving that innovation?
I think the customer's ready for it, which is the fun part. And what's fun is the innovation in mobility now is really starting to pick up. Because I think people are realizing there's less risk in innovating and actually looking at where kind of the right answer, where the industry is going, than it is to try to kind of do the status quo.
So, this is something that's so familiar to you, and speed of change and all that is so familiar to you. Give us on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see the velocity of change in our industry? Are we at a 2 and you've been used to a 10, or are we at a 12 and we need to calibrate back?
I would say there's been a long time desire for that change. And so there's a lot of pent-up demand. And so today what I'm actually seeing is kind of over the last 3 years, let's say, every year is probably 2 to 3 times more the year before.
Oh, so an exponential.
Yeah. And it's pretty fun too, because now we're seeing it where ultimately some of the stuff we were doing, we were trying to drive it. Now we're actually getting customers, suppliers on both sides starting to want to drive that piece. And so that's more exciting for us.
So what's the craziest thing your customer has surprised you with this year?
Oh dear. So I think it's interesting. I mean, if you look at the consumers today, if you look at what they're doing, a lot of them are trying to, I think, bring an experience that, again, you can find on your phone. True. Into the enterprise world. And so really the biggest surprise actually on the customer side has been just back to that point of innovation, like they're asking for things that just never expected them to ask for 2 years ago. And it goes back to that growth trajectory.
Right in there. So I'm going to end our couple minutes together by asking you a quick thing here. Tell me what's in your inbox or your Slack channel from a collaboration tool set.
Oh dear. Can't talk about Slack, but no, it's interesting. So for me, I made the decision when I started this company, I had to be kind of you have to be world-class at just one thing. And for me, it's finding incredible people and team. So what's fun for me is I'm seeing just incredible conversations and incredible just talent in the company working, collaborating. So for me, that gets me excited.
Wow. And that's a wrap this afternoon with CEO and founder Erik Eccles of Urban Door. Thank you.
Thank you.